Hello everybody, it's Miss Corrigan, here to do the Meet the Teacher presentation. Unfortunately we can't meet face to face, but hopefully this presentation will give you an insight into what we do in Year 1. So the aims of the session, you'll get to meet the adults who are working with your children in Year 1. We'll explain the name of the class and give an explanation of the author. We will have a look at the classroom itself. We'll have a look at classroom routines and when our day is for PE. We'll look at homework and home reading expectations, behaviour expectations, have a little bit of a look at the curriculum and give you an insight into what we'll be learning over the year. We'll have a look at how we're doing assemblies this year and how you can contact me. So the adults in Jeffers class is Miss Corrigan, that's myself, I'm the class teacher. We've got Miss Hastings, who you might have remembered from reception. She is now a student teacher this year, so she will be teaching some of the lessons. And then we've got Mr. Bambridge, who is our teaching assistant this year. So the name of our class is named after the author Oliver Jeffers. His books include Lost and Found, Way Back Home, and How to Catch a Star. Oliver Jeffers has got an Instagram page, his tag handle is @OliverJeffers, where he occasionally posts artwork from his books, and he also reads stories. So during lockdown, he did read some stories, so it'd be great if you could have a look and maybe listen to some of them with your children. So here is the classroom. If you look at the picture on the right, you can see through the window, that's where the children will line up in the morning, and that's where you'll come round to collect them. They will come in and they sit down on the carpet, they will complete some morning work, and then during the day, they'll also have their input on the carpet, and then they'll go to their tables to work. As you can see, each child has their own specific pot, which has a pencil, a pen, colouring pencils, scissors and glue. So everything they need, they don't need to share with anybody else. That is their pot. And we do tell them not to share any of their resources. So if they are missing anything, we can give them a new one. On the picture on the left, as you can see, the children are working. In the corner, there is the baskets, the blue baskets where we put our reading records. So in the morning, before the children come into class, if they can have their reading record and diary, their reading record and reading book ready to put in the basket so it can be checked every day. We check to see if they read, but I'll explain a bit more about that later. And then they come and sit down and do the morning work. So the class routines, our current daily start time is 9:15 and our finish time is 3:15. Obviously, if you have siblings in other year groups, that will be different. When lining up outside, can you have a reading record, reading books, and if you've done any homework, can you have that ready to collect? PE is on Tuesdays. They will need a full PE kit. We are outside this term, so if they could have tracksuit bottoms and a jumper, and could they have it clearly labelled with their name on it? Could you also label their school clothes, so their polo shirts, skirts, jumpers, trousers, pinafores, as when they get changed it can get modelled with the person sitting next to them, so if we have it labelled we can clearly distinguish whose it belongs to, so that'd be great. Thank you. Homework. Weekly homework goes home on a Friday and it must be returned the following Wednesday. We will be setting English or topic homework, which is the menu that you'll find at the front of the homework book. You choose one of these activities a week and then you tick it off once you've done that. So it's to complete, the work is to be completed in pencil. Please no felt tip pens, no ballpoint pens, please could they do it in pencil. And each week I will mark it ready for Friday when it goes home with the next activity. A weekly maths activity will be set, which links to learning that we have been doing in class during the week. So the children should be familiar with the maths homework because we will have done it during the week. If your child finds an activity hard or needs additional help, please ask them to speak to myself or Miss Hastings or Mr. Bambridge. Also, please could you read with your child every night and sign their reading record. We have a class competition every week for children who are reading. So Every day we check their diaries. If they've brought in their diary and it is signed to say that they read the night before or that morning, we give them a raffle ticket. So they can get a raffle ticket if they read over the weekend, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Over the weekend, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then on Monday we check if they've read Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that's the weekend. They get a raffle ticket for every day that they've read, so they can get a maximum of 5 raffle tickets. That then goes in a draw at the end of the week. We pick out a winner, and they get to win a prize. So it is a nice incentive to read every night. Also, if they do need to change their reading books, please could your child let one of the adults know in the class, so then we can change their book there and then. Good to be green. So we use the behaviour traffic light system in class like we did in reception. It's the same in year 1. We ask all children to strive to stay on green for the half term. If they do stay on green for the whole half term, they get a certificate in assembly to recognise this. And as an incentive, they get to come into school in non-school uniform on a specified date. So if your child does stay on green for the whole of the half term, you will be informed as when this specific day is to wear their own clothes. Then we do have yellow and red card incidents. So if your child needs help to manage poor behaviour, such as talking on the carpet, being reminded to listen, or more serious behaviour incidents such as fighting, then they may be given a yellow card for the low level disruption, or a red card if it's repeated incidents or more serious behaviour incidents. So for example, a yellow card would be if I ask your child to stop talking, I give them a warning. If they continue to ignore me and talk again, they will be asked to move their name to yellow. Then after both of them warnings, if they continue to talk again on the carpet, they will get a red card. This means that they are given a 5-minute timeout to think about their actions, and then they need to apologise either to me, or if it's done to somebody else, they apologise to them. If your child does receive a red card, I will contact you to let you know, and we will discuss ways that we can help manage their behaviour, whether it be on the carpet, in the playground, at lunch, whenever the incident occurred. In year 1, we have our topic this term is Home Sweet Home. So we're looking at me as a person, not me, but your child. We're looking at the place, John Burns Primary School, and our point in time is 1858. So if you look at our key timeline, 1858 is when Battersea Park opened. We'll also be looking at other dates such as Clapham Junction Station opening, Battersea Cats Home opening, Queenstown Road Station, the school, when the nursery was added. John Burns has actually been moved quite a few times, so we will be looking at when it moved and why it moved, and we'll also be looking at when they were born, when they started school, and when they started year 1. It is a very nice topic, and I'm really excited to teach it. In English, we'll be, at the moment, we're looking at Meerkat Male, and we will be moving on to Bigu, the Snail and the Whale, and a few more other exciting relevant texts. In science, we'll be looking at plants, so we'll be looking at deciduous and evergreen trees. Deciduous meaning the leaves fall off, evergreen meaning it's always green. As well as naming everyday common plants. We'll also be studying the names and locations of parts of plants. So I know we did some of this over lockdown, but we're going to be revisiting this. We're also looking at seasonal changes. So over the course of the year, we'll be observing changes during each season. We'll observe the trees, the weather, and how the length of the days vary. And in PSHE, this term, we're looking at belonging to a community. So we're looking at rules, different needs, caring for our environment, and caring for the community. Golden Award assemblies will still take place on a Friday. It is in classes for Autumn 1. The names of the 2 children from each class will appear in the weekly newsletter, and they will still get their certificates in class. Children can also still earn the school value badges. Mr. Taylor Graham will be coming around to classes to give them out every other week. So it's not going to be weekly, it's going to be bi-weekly. Again, the names of the children will appear in the weekly newsletter. If you need, if we do give you any information or updates, you can find these on Twitter, on the John Burns mobile app. We'll also be sending emails out, letters out, and you can get any information on the weekly newsletter. Please do check these as they are updated regularly, and it's a good way to get your information. Finally, if you do need to contact me, please either ring or email the school office. They can pass the message on to me and I will contact you directly to discuss your query. If you do have an urgent matter, you can arrange to meet me before or after school. I'm happy to talk to you then. Or if when you're dropping off your child, I can talk to you very briefly for a few minutes, as I do have other children coming in. But the best option is to either ring or email the school office. So that's everything. I hope it's answered any questions that you may have had. We've had such a great week this week in year one. They've been doing some excellent drawing. We've been learning about how to use a timeline for our topic. We've been looking at counting in maths, and they're learning, it's a big change, but they're learning how to use their maths books correctly, which is fantastic. And we will be doing spelling tests on Friday. Do not worry about the first week of spelling tests, as it is brand new to the children. They've never done a spelling test before, so I wouldn't worry too much about their score, as we are just trying to practice doing them. So I wouldn't be too worried about the score, but I hope everything I've covered in this presentation has answered your questions. If you do have any queries, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you very much, and I will see you soon. Bye.